This time on Formula D, we're drifting in the wind in Chicago, Illinois, where the walls are closing in on our season and our drifters. We're gonna check out the road raging stuff over at the car show.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this one, man.
Go shoplifting with Maylene.
What are you doing? Come back with my stuff!
And hope our cameramen survive this tight course here at Soldier Field.
What's up, Drift Nation? I'm Rossi Morielli, and today we're getting sideways in the Windy City. We're at Soldier Field, home of the Bears, and home to round 5 of the Formula Drift Championship. Now today the points race is on, and these drivers are ready to throw it down on the pavement. Now keeping up with the drivers, my girl Maylene Ramey.
Hey Rossi, second place has changed hands a few times, but Reese Millen has been #1 all season. I'll be talking to the drivers to see what they're gonna do to take the championship.
And keeping things cracking with the fans, give it up for my man, Big C.
What's up, Rossi? It's going down in Chicago. I'm gonna check in with you all day and let you know what's happening in the drift scene.
It's the 5th event of the season, and we're sending smoke signals through the Windy City here at Soldier Field. Downtown Chicago makes you think of pizza and sausages, but it's all about the donuts here at Formula Drift. Drifting is the art of driving sideways. Drivers push the handling of their cars to just beyond the natural limits and then maintain this delicate balance at speed, blowing as much tire smoke as possible. 32 drivers begin the competition in judged single passes, and the top 16 drifters move on to the head-to-head competition. These tandem rounds feature on-track battles between cars. The lead car tries to pull away, while the trailing car tries to keep the lead car in its sights, hopefully forcing an error. Each driver leads once, and the winner moves on to the next round. In the event of a tie, a one more time is called, and each driver is given another time to lead.
Now the course here in Chicago is a lot like what we saw in Houston. The Formula Drift guys have taken an average parking lot and turned it into a world-class drift course.
Today's track at Soldier Field is a variation on the figure 8. The course is a long straight with a large rise in elevation going into the first right-hand sweeper. The cars have to come as close as possible to the first wall, maintain their drift through the turn, setting them up for the first clipping point. Drivers then transition for a big left-hand sweeper. The clipping point here is more vague, but the judges want the cars as close as possible to the white and orange barrier. Friday's practice alone sent over a dozen cars into the wall, and the drivers are all trying to find their own line on this deceptively tricky course.
Out here in Soldier Field, in downtown Chicago, basically. I mean, there's the big cityscape in the background. It's a pretty beautiful place because you got the city on one side and you got the water on the other, which is kind of cool. But unfortunately, as big as the scenery is, the parking lot's tiny.
The walls are really tight on you, so everyone's hugging the wall. And unfortunately, mishaps happen, and people go through chaos.
The track is very similar in size to the Houston one, but the pavement is completely different. Houston was cement and it was segmented, very grippy. This is blacktop out here. This is a lot more slippery than what we're used to.
It's a weird scenario where as you turn in, the closer you get to one wall, it automatically throws you closer to the next one because you're kind of in the corner.
The course actually doesn't look that technical from a spectator point of view. But for us drivers, the way they set it up, it's actually really technical for us with the hump before coming in.
There's 2 large drainage dips going into the initiation point, into the first right-hand sweeper. So at that point, like, it unsettles the car and compresses and rebounds the car, so it unsettles it a lot.
A lot of people try to initiate on top of it, and then the front tail lost the grip.
I believe, as you can see right there, and he just hit the wall. That's Hubert Young right there. Daddy run. He did good, though. It wasn't just a minor hit. It was a good hit. If you're going to hit it hard.
Oh, no. Man. Alex Pfeiffer breaking his rim.
Staying off the wall and making it into the round of 32 is New Hampshire driver Ryan Tuck.
Me and my buddies got into it probably about 4 years ago with some old body Mustangs, and we didn't even know it was a sport. We used to just kick it out sideways coming out of stop signs. I have the SR20 swap with a turbo upgrade, a lot of suspension components, and some sway bars to stiffen it up a little bit, adjustable camber and tow arms in the rear ends, and roll cage. I guess I'm just going to keep at it whether I get picked up or not, and it's just what I love to do.
There's no doubt this course is going to be fun, but my man Big C is not waiting for the drifting. He's already getting down to the business of having fun with these Midwest fans.
Hey, Ross, now I found something really cool. What's your name, man?
Ryan,
How you doing, Ryan? Now, this ain't pick apart. How'd you get this, man?
some kid just sold it to me for 20 bucks.
Whose car is this off of?
I can't read that.
What are you doing with this, man? This tire is shredded to pieces.
It's a drift tire, man. Gotta have it.
This is really crazy. Where are you guys getting these car parts from, man?
Just down the street down there, they're giving them away.
Whose tire is this?
I have no idea.
Where'd you get this from, man?
Guy down the street right there.
Just guy down the street, you just picked it up?
Just picked it up, man.
And you've been getting this signed? Who'd you get it signed by today?
By Steven Padakis, Alex Pfeiffer, Verena May.
This is the Kumo drift tire that spits out the red smoke. You lucked up, man. Now, whose tire is this, man?
Taka Eonos.
I figured you came out here to see Taka drift today, right?
Oh, yeah.
You think he's the best, or who else do you like out here?
Has to be Taka.
The tire is shredded to pieces, man. Do you know who this tire belonged to?
Oh, man, I have no clue who this tire belongs to.
But it's a Formula D drift tire, and you said I'm taking it home to prove that I was at Formula D.
This is my souvenir for the day, man.
Whose tires are these?
We got it from the Yokohama place over there, RSR guy.
So these are Alex Pfeiffer's tires?
Probably, yeah.
Wait, whose tire is it, man?
It's both ours.
It's both of y'all? Don't be fighting over the tire, man. There's plenty of tires to go around. He carrying it. I think it's his tire. My tire. It's my tire. I'm going to get my tire.
All right, when we come back, we're going to get the driver's perspective on this course, and we're going to find out who's killing it and who's getting killed in the qualifying rounds. What's up, G4? We're back here at Soldier Field in Chicago. Now, we've showed you the layout of the course, but to really understand the intricacies of this track, we've got to go straight to the source.
Ken Takahashi's one of the American judges and is working with Tarzan and the boys to make the hard call here in Chicago.
Today's course over here at Soldier Field, it's small, but don't let that kind of deceive you. There's a lot of challenges involved in it. The wall is very deceiving. Just on Friday alone, we've had about maybe 19 crashes on that one wall. What the judges are looking for are entry speed, overall speed through the whole course, and we really are gauging it off of the first clipping point. So how fast they can enter in, go in wide, and to hit the first clipping point and come back out. After the first clipping point, there's a second island out there, but we're a little bit more lenient on that one. As long as they go around that, not too far out, and finish off with style and form.
Big C is over at the car show giving us his take on what's hot here in Chicago.
All right, Rossi, I'm out here working, and I found a hot drift car. This is J Law. How you doing, man?
I'm okay.
Now, can you tell me a little bit about this car, because it's off the hook?
It's pretty much, the base of it is on 94 Mazda RX-7 I started out with, and pretty much what I was going for is more of a JTCC look from Japan, more of authentic.
I can feel that. Who helped you put the car together? I heard you had a lot of help from a huge company.
McDonald helping me out was my venture.
Well, Jay, we loving it. Rossi, I stopped here just for the tail lights, man. What's your name?
Ron Staples, man.
How you doing, Ron? Where you from?
From Waukegan, Illinois, dude.
Now, what possessed you to turn the 200SX into the baby Skyline, like you said?
Man, the Skyline's my car, dog. Like I said, it's the baby Skyline. It's all good, dude.
Do you know what a Skyline can do out there?
Oh, I know what it can do out there, dude.
I showed you the mini Skyline, Rossi. This the right-hand drive Skyline. What's your name, man?
I'm Joey.
How you doing, Joey? How much did it cost to get the car, man?
Used one, probably 80,000.
How much have you put into the car?
About 30,000.
As I see, this is a right-hand drive Skyline, so this is not from the U.S. How'd you get it here?
You can buy it from Motor X, illegalized.
All right, Rossi, you gotta get it from Motorex.
The drivers here have begun to call this track the Gauntlet, with several of our top drivers crashing yesterday and even more headed towards the wall today. We're talking to some of the best to see why this course has already claimed so many cars.
This course is pretty tight. I think it's one of the tightest in the series this year, and yeah, it's just walls everywhere, and the judges want us to get as close as possible to create that wow factor. And my last run, I pushed a little too hard.
My left rear knuckle broke. My left rear tires stopped pointing out. Huge toe out. Just took me straight into his classic barrier.
On my last run, I knew in my qualifying run I was going to push it a little bit, try and go big or go home. Well, I parked it into the wall a little bit. Yeah, I think my weekend's done, but we'll have a good time.
This challenging track even melted the ice in Mad Skills Reese Millen's veins. Formula D's points leader shocked everyone when he plowed into the K-rail during qualifying.
I'm a freaking idiot. Your K barrier, your concrete barrier, is not running typically the angle that we'd run. Typically, you'd run parallel and arc away from it and head to another barrier. You reduce speed. You're still accelerating to the barrier, and then you have to flick the car sideways and judge that speed, that angle, and that curvature. The issue is, right before you flick the car, there's a hollow in the entry, and if you don't get it at exactly the right time, I left it right on top of it. You almost need to flick it earlier before it, but I wanted to get really close to the wall, and it just compressed the car, and the car actually didn't step out on me. It almost just went sideways, hit the barrier, and at that point I was just a passenger. We've hit the back of the car pretty hard, and it's going to mean calling all our lifelines of friends and neighbours in the area and pulling the rear arm off the car. It's disappointing. It's not what you want to do when you're leading the points, and I felt pretty comfortable. I was more pushing myself than anything, and I just made a silly mistake.
To find out who's been impressing the judges so far, let's go to the voice of Formula Drift, Jared Deanda, and find out all about the qualifying rounds.
This has definitely probably been one of the most violent courses possible. We threw you in the gauntlet and 20-something of you crashed. Qualifying 16th, Seigo Yamamoto. Qualifying 15th, his Falcon teammate member, Von Gittin Jr. Drift Alliance, Chris Forsberg. In Juku Racing, Matt Vassallo. Bubba Drift, Michael Peters. The Goosh, Ken Gucci in the Mustang. Tyler McCoy in the Got the Flying Banana, Tony Schultz. Battered and bruised, Samuel Huguenet. The Kiwi, Reese Millen. Mr. John Yim. The Rotora RPS 13, Kenji Yamanaka. Mr. Hiro Sumida. Going from the 1320 to the drift course, Stefan Papadakis. The little Corolla that could, Taka Aono. Winner of our #1 qualifier, UrbanRacer.com trophy, Slider Daijiro Yoshihara.
All right, now that the guys are done playing by themselves, it's time to see if they play well with others. When we come back, we're going straight into the tandem battles. Don't go away.
The tandem portion of Formula Drift is why the fans pack the stands. This is where FD takes two drivers and pits them against each other in a judged precision driving contest. Drifter scores are based on how fast they enter the turn, how steep their slip angle is, and how closely they follow the drifting line. Each driver is given one chance to lead, and in the case of a tie, they battle another round.
We're past the midway point in the season, and the race is on for the grand prize. We got a chance to catch up with some of the drivers and find out what they've got up their sleeves.
My strategy right now is just to try and keep the car off the wall.
Well, considering how many wrecks there's been on the course so far, it's really hard to try and go balls out on this one and go really too hard. But keeping a conservative line at the entry and then just really adding it on as you go through past the judges, it seems to be the safest way to do it so far. This is a survival match as opposed to a competition, and we want to get into the final round today.
I try to come in as fast as possible, and I try to initiate it earlier than other people to try to get a few extra points.
So far today, I'm doing the feint drift, Scandinavian flick. I don't know what it's called, but I'll flick it the opposite side first, so I drift left, and then I flick it right. That helps me maintain decent speed as I go through the main corner and a lot of angle.
First, second, third gear entry, e-brake over the bump, and then clutch kick back in third gear, run that out along the wall towards the judge stand, and then knock it down in the second gear and stand on the gas, and that pulls the line in.
As soon as I get into third, I'm just all about getting the thing sideways early and trying to scrub off a little bit of speed going into it.
Like Sonoma, it comes from a high speed to like 15, 20 miles an hour. So in the tandem, the key is going to be not to worry about going out to the outside. It's going to be protect that line, because if somebody gets in next to you while you're going wide, if they tuck on the inside, there's not enough room to stay with them through the next corner. So you're going to have to let them have the pass. Nobody wants to do that. So I think in tandem runs, you're going to see the first car always kind of taking an inside line.
The first of our tandem battles is ready to begin. Now, this is where it takes a little bit more than just a smooth run to score some points. This is where we got some killer door handle to door handle action. Let's go see who our first tandem battle is.
The first battle in our round of 16 begins with the straight line skills of drag racer Steph Papadakis in the AEM S2000. Squaring off for the first time in tandem competition with the live fast, die young style of Falcon Tires Chris Forsberg and his right-hand drive S15. Jared DeAnda's got the call.
1, 2, 3. Yes, sir. Stephen Papadakis, Chris Forsberg, our first tandem battle. Stephen pulling away from Chris. Is Chris going to catch up to him? Nice tight line. Chris Forsberg all over Stephen. Stephen with a straight line. He's getting a lot of grip. Chris Forsberg in drift. Is there any advantage, Ken? Now Chris Forsberg's going to lead, followed by Stephen Papadakis. Chris Forsberg with good angle. Stephen Papadakis not far behind. All over his bumper, M Sports body kit. Chris Forsberg crosses over with good angle. Stephen Papadakis moves on.
In the first run, Forsberg gives the S2000 a little room and then dive bombs in around the big sweeper, but he loses momentum and Steph is able to pull away. This is a big win for straight line Steph, who's really getting the hang of turning the wheel.
Steph, you're well known in the drag racing scene, and now you're making a name for yourself in the drift racing scene. What made the difference today?
Made the difference today, man. It's just more seat time. I've been able to practice, and the speed and the walls don't frighten me too much. It's more like, just, I don't know, man. I just need to get my lines down, which I guess I did in qualifying, and I just did well.
Steph has been really on point. A lot of people have been helping him out, you know, like cleaning up his lines and keeping his speed up. And basically, when we went through, on the first time when I was following, I was just trying to hold a tight line. Not necessarily pass, but to make sure, you know, like I wouldn't let too much of a gap get created. But then after we hit the first clip, he was able, you know, to come in from the back, so he carried more speed through it. And I think that's what it was.
Our second battle of the top 16 is between Takayano and his Falcon Tires Hachiroku and Vaughn Gittin Jr. in a borrowed S14. JR blew the engine of his Mustang in the pits early this morning, but was able to grab the slightly damaged ride of buddy Ben Schwartz. The rules state that a driver cannot run a backup car. However, since JR entered the Chicago competition as a seated driver and hadn't yet put his Mustang on the track, he is allowed to use the car of his choice.
Here we go, Takayano versus JR Gittin, Drift Alliance. Good angle from Taka. JR is all over Taka. Takayano with 150 horsepower, JR Gittin with about 400. Good angle from both guys. Vaughn Gittin Jr., J.R. Gittin, Rockford Fosgate, Falcon Tires Drift Alliance. Here comes Takayano, Falcon Tires Drift Association. J.R. Gittin with good angle. Taka straightening out. A little too much grip. Had to scrub a lot of speed. J.R. Gittin, good angle. The judges, it's unanimous. Vaughn Gittin Jr. moves on.
On the first run, JR has to stay in drift behind the slower 8.6 and is forced to make a couple of corrections around the first sweeper. In the second run, Taka takes an inside line but doesn't have the horsepower to maintain the drift and straightens out, giving the win to JR.
Why are you driving this car? This is not a Mustang.
Yeah, no, it's not. We had a little technical difficulty with the Mustang. The motor sounded really rough. Luckily, Eddie at Peak Performance and Ben Schwartz decided to let me use their car, and I just beat Taka. Taka is amazing, amazing driver, and he's always one to beat.
Tell me what happens when your car breaks down after you've qualified and what happens before you've qualified.
Well, luckily, you know, that's why we made the decision. The rules state that if you qualify in a car, that's what you must run. We made a smart, educated guess. Because we did that, we were able to practice and qualify in another car, which I'm legally allowed to compete in. So the car's a rocket. I mean, it's unbelievable. It doesn't get any better.
That's right. All right, well, I'm going to give it a lucky rub.
Yes.
Good luck to you.
Thanks, Harlan.
All right.
We got Steph Papadakis and Vaughn Gittin Jr. moving on to the round of 8. Coming up after the break, we got more cars getting sideways in Chi-Town. Plus, my man Big C twists some thumbs with some of the fans. See you after the break. Welcome back to Formula D. As the smoke settles here after some of the first runs, let's go check out my man Big C as he's over at the EA Games tent chopping it up with some Need for Speed addicts.
Chicago's playing host to the Need for Speed Blacklist Tournament. Sponsored by EA Games, the next generation of racers are competing in the digital world to see who's got the skills to be #1. Let's go check it out.
Gentlemen, start your engine.
Wow. To be the man, you gotta beat the man. I'm the man.
What's your name, man?
I'm the franchise, man.
You about to get on. You haven't ran yet. What do you think you're gonna do in this tournament?
Annihilate everyone. It's all good.
That's real big trash talking there, and we giving up points for trash talking, man. I want to see it done, man.
Hey, beautiful. My house. Hey, my house. Bring it.
What?
Bring it.
What?
This is mine.
Your house?
My house.
Man, we got to give you much respect. What times are you pulling down, and what's the speed you getting on the game, man?
I don't know. In practice, I hit like 135 flat.
135 flat? How you think that's going to do, man? I see guy up there got 163, man. Are you going to be able to compete in this with that?
Should be able to.
Hey, well, look, I'm rooting for you, man. Thanks for coming out. So where you from?
Atlanta.
Now, I didn't heard, you know, I got this little thing in my ear, and they said that you was driven all the way here because you missed Atlanta?
I had to beg my mom to come up here. So she let me come up here, and I had to come up here and do my thing.
Hey, I gotta shout out Mom's real big. Give me some fives, man. You brought him, he did it, and we got him. What's gonna make you a winner today?
I'm the greatest, man. That's all I gotta say.
So you like the Muhammad Ali of this, right?
Greatest, man. That's all I gotta say.
So you should be talking trash when you get on the stick, right?
I don't have to talk trash, man. It's gonna speak for itself.
After each round, the slowest 3 times are eliminated from each bracket, while the rest of the pack advances to the next round. A boy from Irvine, California, boasts the fastest time.
I work at a video game store. The video games are my life.
As more and more players get outpaced, one of the favorites to win it all gets eliminated. All right, after 8 furious rounds of drifting and crashing, the finals came down to Justin Lamborn, Matt Shirviz, and Sean O'Sullivan, 3 young kids who are barely legal to drive. But after a few minutes of fine gameplay, a local boy comes out on top, edging out the competition.
During the final round, I didn't think I would have a chance at all. My excitement level right now is about, it's about the height of the Sirius Tower right now.
You are about to take a ride with Tarzan Yamada and the Viper. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Strap your helmet on, strap yourself in, and hold on.
is amazing. He is nuts.
You got a little rubber on your cheek, man. You got a little rubber on your cheek.
Everywhere on me.
Thanks a lot for entering the Blacklist Tournament. Hey, y'all, you too can take this ride. Peace.
Jumping back into the round of 16, we've got a couple of underdogs battling it out on the track. Unseated driver Hiro Sumida is going to take his heavy Toyota Chaser up against another unseated driver, Matt Vassallo, in the Injuku Racing S13. He's one of the guys that usually blows red tire smoke, but the colored Kumos have been outlawed in competition because they're not available to the public, which could create an unfair advantage. So he's back to regular rubber. Jared's got the call.
Here comes our next battle, Hiro Sumida versus Matt Back, Matt Vassallo. Hiro Sumida, Curie International Toyota Chaser. Good initiation, good drift initiation, swinging wide. Matt straightening out, Hiro staying in drift. Good angle from Hiro. Matt, throw it sideways, would ya? Hiro Sumida with the obvious advantage. Here we go, Matt Vassallo, Hiro Sumida. Matt Vassallo on InjukuRacing.com, S13, good angle. He's breaking away from Hiro. Matt Vassallo swinging way too wide. Can Hiro catch up to him? In drift, he's got to stay in drift. Matt Vassallo straightens out and corrects. And the judges say Hiro Sumida moves on.
Going into the first run, Vass had a little understeer right in front of the judges' stand. But Hiro stayed on his game and powered through the big right-hander, staying in drift and taking the win.
So tell me what's going on in the run out there.
Well, I was going against a good friend of mine, Hiro, and lined up. It was my first time in tandem. Injuku Racing car came up a little bit short. I came up a little bit short. Could be some nerves. I had a good time anyway, and the car's in one piece.
So you had a great battle up against Matt, and you're advancing. What do you think you did?
Well, it was a very close, battle against Matt and me, and we hardly made any mistakes. But he just understeered a slightly bit right in front of the judges' stand.
Ooh.
So that was just enough to, give me the win.
It's East versus West with the Texas drift style of Bubba Drift Mike Beers El Camino taking on Japanese drift master Kenji Yamanaka and the wide-body Rotora S13.
Here we go, Kenji Yamanaka versus Bubba Drift. The JDM import versus the All-American homeboy. Kenji Yamanaka, good angle, fast entry. Oh, Bubba Drift comes too tight, hits the barrier. Obvious advantage to Kenji Yamanaka. Here we go, Bubba Drift, Kenji Yamanaka, Bubba Drift. Kenji Yamanaka with the advantage. Bubba Drift, one of the slower drifters. He's fighting off Kenji. He had a straight line approach. Cooper Tires Flowmaster. Kenji Yamanaka coming up on his trailer hitch. And the win goes to Kenji Yamanaka.
Team RSR's loss is Formula D's gain, as sliding Hawaiian Alex Pfeiffer's wipeout during qualifying frees up an expert analyst for us.
All right, so right now we got my man Alex Pfeiffer here. Alex, how you doing, man?
Pretty good. How you doing, Rossi?
I'm doing good. So what just happened there? Bubba Drift came across, ran to the cones. What happened there? He lost to Kenji Yamanaka. What was the problem?
He started his entry really early, which is, it would be gangster if he did it good, but it just shot him a little too tight in the corner and he ended up hitting the barrels.
On the first run, I messed up. I was taking the inside line. He went a little wide, and I was trying to catch up a little bit, and I went a tad too far inside, and I barely caught the plastic thing on the inside, and it just sent me around, so it is my fault, but it was still fun, so.
It happens. You beat Bubba Drift.
Yeah. Bubba drifts, slow drifts. Speed adjust, win.
I have to ask you, what's up with the hat?
Chicago special. Yes.
Moving on after a couple of great battles are Hiro Sumida and Kenji Yamanaka.
Check it out. We've seen some great battles so far, and we're not even done with the round of 16. Stick with us. Welcome back to Formula D. T-Mobile is on the spot here in Chicago, Illinois for the 5th Formula Drift event of the season. Now guys, in case you didn't know, we're not out here tailgating at Soldier Field and partying. We're changing motorsports one parking lot at a time.
The tandem portion of Formula Drift is why the fans pack the stands. This is where FD takes two drivers and pits them against each other in a judged precision driving contest. Drifter scores are based on how fast they enter the turn, how steep their slip angle is, and how closely they follow the drifting line. Each driver is given one chance to lead, and in case of a tie, they battle another round.
We've got more from the round of 16, starting with this battle right now. Sam Hubinette and Tony Schultz.
Sam's out rocking the ever-popular V10 Mopar Viper, and Tony's back onto the track in the same 240 he ran into the wall yesterday. Both of these guys have bumped this weekend, so let's see what lines they take now.
Here we go, Samuel Hubinette versus Tony Schultz. Samuel Hubinette in the Mopar Speed Dodge Viper SRT10. Look at him stick tight to that line, good angle. Tony Schultz, no line, no line. Understeer taking him into the apex of the turn. Samuel Hubinette running his own game. Obvious advantage to Samuel Hubinette. Here we go. Tony Schultz of Team Toyo flying banana. Got to fight with a wall, flicking it sideways. Sticking tight, swinging wide. Is Sam gonna attack? In drift. Nice drift, Sam Hubinette. Past him in drift, forcing Tony on the outside. Whoa, fight back and forth. The win goes to Samuel Hubinette. He takes down, defeats Tony Schultz.
Rubbing is racing right there. Tony Schultz and Sam Hubinette rubbing door handles, baby. You gotta love it. Let's bring in my man, Alex Pfeiffer. Alex, put down your beer and get in there, baby. Tell me about that action right there.
That was a battle. The first round, Sam ran a really tight line. He was being really technical because he wanted to keep his win. Tony went a little bit wide, but in that second run, Samuel took advantage of the fact that he had a higher entry speed. He put his car on the inside and pushed Tony onto the outside.
So you're up against Tony Schultz. It was his first time qualifying in the top 16, and you beat him. Did you have any problems with the car?
No, I didn't have it. We've been running pretty good. We had a little mistake. Well, one piece broke earlier, but we got it fixed. The car runs great, and Tony did an amazing job. I was battling harder to get up close to him, but we were inches apart.
Coming out now for the round of 16 are two of Formula Drift's Team Japanese. Daijiro Yoshihara in the Pacific Rim S13 and Seigo Yamamoto in the Falcon Tires FD RX-7.
Daijiro Yoshihara versus Seigo Yamamoto. Daijiro Yoshihara, Pacific Rim and Nitto Tires S13 Sylvia versus the Falcon Tire RX. Look at the angle! Daijiro Yoshihara with a sick initiation. Seigo Yamamoto kicking sideways. Daijiro is running a sick run. Daijiro, Seigo Yamamoto. Seigo Yamamoto leading with Daijiro following. Coming tight to the barrier. Seigo swinging wide. Good initiation. But then Daijiro stick all over him. Scrubs a little speed. Seigo pulls away. Daijiro crossing over. Catching him up in drift. That was a solid run. Give it up for Seigo and Dai.
After two pretty even runs, the judges have sent Yoshihara and Yamamoto out for our first one more time.
Daijiro Yoshihara, Seigo Yamamoto. Daijiro trying to pull away from Seigo. Good initiation from Daijiro. Seigo Yamamoto all over him. Seigo swinging wide. Daijiro with good angle. Both of them running real similar lines. Oh, Daijiro clips the last clipping point. Daijiro Yoshihara with the advantage. Seigo Yamamoto's gonna lead, and here we go. Seigo Yamamoto in the Falcon Tires RX-7 pulling away. Both these guys have the same engine under the hood. Seigo, both of them with good angle. Daijiro falling off a little bit. Look at Seigo pull away. And the win goes to Daijiro Yoshihara.
On the first run, both cars had good speed and angle, but Seigo straightened out right around the first clipping point, and that small mistake gave the win to Dai.
You qualified number one, and that was a surprise, and you're moving on. It's a day of surprises. How are you feeling?
I'm so happy to get best 8. But I don't know, like, still feels not so comfortable.
Well, Dai had better get comfortable because he's moving on to the round of 8 along with crazy Swede Sam Cubanet.
All right, when we come back, my girl Maylene is going to learn a few drift techniques, and we've got a lot more action coming from the round of 16. Stick with us. We're back here in Chicago with more from round 5 of the Formula Drift Championship. Now, there's a lot more going on in the car than just turn the wheel. So we sent Maylene down to find out how to yank an e-brake.
So let's start with the e-brake.
Okay, well, e-brake technique, I use that a lot with this car because this car is heavy. What you're gonna do first is basically, as you roll, you kind of give it a little throttle, and then right as you turn, you step on the clutch and you pull the e-brake like this, as you step on the main brakes with your right foot. Yeah. That was good, huh?
Clutch kick, you approach a corner, you have your speed, and you put your clutch down. I will rev my engine with obviously my right foot, and then dump it really hard. That's going to upset the car.
My favorite is actually the clutch kicking because it's a lot more aggressive, you know, it's like an instant snap, and you get a lot more sound and smoke.
So what else is there?
Power over, which is basically you turn the steering wheel and you floor it to the max.
We can feint the car. We basically turn to the right and then turn hard to the left. And as you turn into the left, you move the low transfer of the vehicle to the other side. And at the same time, at that moment, you can put your throttle down. That's going to make the car start sliding too.
The last 2 battles in our round of 16 begin with 2 of Formula Drift's points leaders duking it out. Mad Skills Reese Millen in the RMR Pontiac GTO is going to battle with the LeBron James of drifting, Ken the Future Gucci in the Toyo Tires Ford Mustang.
Here we go, our next battle, the Kiwi. Big brute force here. Kiwi, Reese Millen versus Ken Gucci, Team Toyo Mustang. Whoa! Oh, man! Look at Ken Gucci, Reese Millen. What is the deal? Ken Gucci scrubs a lot of speed, but tries to pass. Oh, man! Give it up, Chicago!
Here's what I saw. When he came around here, it looked like Reese was leading, Gucci looked like he passed, and then it looked like Reese kind of bumped Gucci in the back. Is that kind of...
No, I think Gucci bumped Reese, but the reason why Gucci bumped Reese is because he saw an opening. Because Reese, as he was doing his run, he lost his power steering. He ran a little bit wide, and it gave an opening for Gucci to go in. As Gucci passed Reese, a little clip action happened. I think that's
what sent Gucci kind of going straight around this turn when Reese came back around.
The judges have given Reese 10 minutes to fix his power steering. So while Reese gets his goat back together, the last fight in the round of 16 begins with 2 more unseated drivers battling for recognition. Tyler McQuarrie in the Jasper Performance Supra is taking on John Yim in the AE86 he built as a hobby. Jared's got the call.
Here we go, John Yim, Tyler McQuarrie. False start from John Yim. John Yim's going to lead with Tyler McQuarrie following. John Yim from Texas in the little Corolla that could super. Oh, swinging wide. Is Tyler McQuarrie going to take advantage? No, he doesn't. John Yim, no angle. Tyler McQuarrie all over John Yim. Tyler McQuarrie is going to lead in the Toyota Supra, followed by John Yim in the black Corolla. Tyler McQuarrie will do an angle. John Yim swinging wide. Is Tyler McQuarrie just going to pull away from John? John Yim corrects, trying to play catch-up. Tyler McQuarrie running his own game.
The judges can't decide, so once again, we go back to the track for a one more time.
Here they go, John Yim leading, Tyler McQuarrie following. John Yim, the privateer, coming from Texas. Good angle, Tyler McQuarrie scrubbing a lot of speed. John Yim swinging wide, is Tyler gonna take advantage? Comes in and gives some pressure to John. Advantage goes to Tyler McCory. Advantage to Tyler McCory as he leads John Yim. Pulling away from John, little feint approach. Crossing it up before he enters a drift. Good angle from Tyler. John's all over Tyler. Scrubs a lot of speed as he corrects. John Yim correcting. Tyler McCory almost brake checking him. The Supra moves on to the Great 8.
Tyler McCory, John Yim going at it head-to-head. What do you think?
On that run, what happened was Tyler ran a more conservative line, a little bit easier of a line. He went on the inside, not really hard on the throttle on the entry.
Right.
So, you know, he has a little bit more horsepower than John. John tried to match his line, but what happened was he ran out of horsepower. He ended up having to straight out a little bit to get the thing going again.
Here we are with Tyler McCory stepping out of the smoking Supra.
That was awesome.
Yeah, you're moving on after a tough battle.
Yeah, no, the Jasper Performance Yokohama Supra has been working awesome all weekend. Nice, consistent runs. You know, he did a great job. Just stuck with me. Because it's pretty hard with a car like that. You know, it's so different. It kind of goes both ways. You know, I have to slow down a little bit more on entry, and you know, he has to drive a little harder. But I think it worked out pretty good, and hopefully the fans liked it.
It was fun. It was great. I mean, man, Tyler was awesome out there. I mean, I choose to lose to anyone better. I mean, it was close. I got in a little too close, and I couldn't keep it going. So. But, man, this is all I can ask for. It was fun, had a good time, great weekend. I'm just happy.
Oh, Reese's car is mostly back together, and it's time to jump back to his battle with Ken Gucci.
Here we go, Ken Gucci, Reese Millen, battle of the century. Reese Millen got his power steering fixed. Ken Gucci leading. Reese Millen has nothing to lose, lost all his body parts, but he's all over Ken Gucci. The battle of the brawn right here in Chicago. Look at Reese, no holds barred.
Whoa, that was awesome. What do we got? What do we got? Talk to me. What just happened?
I feel that deserves it one more time because the first round, Reese had a problem with his car.
Right, and Gooch kind of passed.
Gooch kind of passed. That was because he left the door open. So I feel that right now it should deserve it one more time.
The call is
one more time.
One more time. One more time. Here we go. The action is on.
GM Racing, Reese Millen, the Kiwi, missing a front bumper, got taken off by Ken Gucci's back bumper. Reese Millen, nothing to lose. Ken Gucci all over Reese, sucking up on his back bumper. Are they going to exchange paint? Reese Millen corrects mid-drift. Tight run, give it up, Chicago! Ken Gucci, Reese Millen. Ken Gucci pulling away. Is Reese Millen going to be all over him? Ken, whoa, look at that! Right on his door! Ken Gucci, good angle from Ken. Reese Millen right next to him, give it up, Chicago!
Wow. What do we got? That was awesome, right?
I have to leave that one up to the judges. My feeling was Gucci won. As Gucci came in, he went a little bit wide enough to make a better angle. You can see Reese's wheels moving too much. So he's making multiple corrections.
Okay.
Too many corrections.
You're saying Gucci stayed in a really tight drift.
Ken Gucci moves on.
There you go. The judges called it. Alex Pfeiffer called it. I mean, he's got an opinion about everything, but he left that alone, and the judges agree with him. I love it.
Thank you. That was good.
You should be really happy about this.
Yeah,
but what's going through your head right now?
I kind of personally thought that it was my fault that we had contact. I don't know what the judges thought because I didn't see the video or I wasn't the one judging, but if we had the chance to do it again, then I would be glad to do it again.
Advancing to the next round are the future Ken Gucci and Jasper Performance driver Tyler McCory.
All right, that does it for the round of 16. When we come back, we're going to hang with some more fans, and we're going to check out the round of 8. Welcome back to Formula D. Now, there are all kind of toys out there if you love drifting. So we sent our resident shopaholic, Maylene, to check out some tiny drifters.
Formula Drift is more than just drifting. It's also a killer place to go shopping. They've got everything from clothes to toys to car parts. Now here's where we get started. You must pick up the Modified Mag official 2005 guide. It's got everything from drivers' profiles to points, all right here. So pick this up and let's do some shopping. All right. Thank you, thank you. Do you have any free stuff that you're
All this stuff is free.
All this stuff is free. I love free stuff. I'd like to get a free tire.
No problem. Sure.
I can't believe it. I'm still in shock. I've got a free tire signed by Alex Viper. This is a great day.
Thank you. We're back with a hard 8 here in Chicago, and these are the top 8 drifters. Coming out to throw down on the blacktop first in our round of 8 are the crazy Swede Sam Cubinet, who's already tasted some of the water barrier, and Daijiro Yoshihara in the Pacific Rim S13. Dai's confidence is low, but Sam has also seen better days. So let's tune into Jared with a play-by-play.
Samuel Humanet, Daijiro Yoshihara, battling it out. Battered and bruised. Here comes Dai, flicking the throttle. Bringing it in. Sam, scrubbing some speed right there, slowing down, but he's sucking up on that pack rim back bumper. Daijiro takes the advantage. Here we go again. Sam and Dai. Sam's gonna be leading here. Make sure he stays away from that water barrier. Breaking the gap between him and Daijiro. Sam and Humanet looking at sideways. Daijiro lacking the angle, and Sam mashing the throttle in the SRT-10 Viper. The crazy Swede with the win.
In the first run, Sam had a little trouble keeping his angle through the big sweeper against the smaller S13. But the judges felt the first run was even. On the second run, Dai's confidence got the better of him as Sam had a lot more speed throughout the course, pulling away, taking the win.
It's been a very tough day for us, and I'm so excited I'm getting points here again so I can come up and battle for the championship. And I've been blessed with an amazing team. Again, Mopar support and SRT and Yokohama tires, and my whole crew from DC Performance Auto Racing. Unbelievable help. We're all doing this together. And Dai, it's my 4th time actually, and I beat him. So he's gonna be upset with me now.
Next up in the round of 8 is rotorist Kenji Yamanaka and his lucky shiny hat, going up against Hiro Sumida in the 4-door Falcon Chaser. Let's get with Jared to see if shiny hats really help in drifting.
Here we go, Hiro Sumida, Kenji Yamanaka. Hiro Sumida's gonna lead, followed by Kenji Yamanaka. Hiro Sumida with the straight line approach. Kenji with the feint. Oh, Hiro losing it! Hiro losing it, out of control. Kenji Yamanaka obviously coming to a stop because Hiro threw him off. Automatic advantage to Kenji Yamanaka. Here we go, Kenji Yamanaka, Hiro Sumida. Kenji in the dark blue Rotor S13. Flicking it sideways. Oh, Hiro Sumida takes it into the wall. Give it up for Hiro Sumida. Put his car on the line. Slamming it. The tires rubbing the fender. That hurt really good.
Okay, that was crazy. We just saw somebody go into the wall. What happened? Talk to me.
What happened was Kenji went in. He knew he had an advantage. He went in deep. Hiro tried to match his line. He went a little bit too wide just because his car is real heavy. As he swung right into the wall.
We just witnessed an amazing, if not scary, battle. Hiro slammed against the wall, and Kenji here came out completely unscathed. I think it has to do something with your lucky hat.
Yeah, well, yes, lucky hat, yes.
What were you thinking when you looked back and you saw him crash? Were you scared?
Yes. Hiro, my friend. Yeah, good driver. Yeah, Hiro crashed? Wow, really? Yeah.
Walk me through those few seconds between contact and hitting the wall. What was going on in your head?
Well, I guess I jumped from the elevation change and then jumped into the wall. That's all I remember.
Oh, man. Are you okay?
I'm okay, yeah.
Well, you know, let's take a look at your car. I wish you the best of luck. Good luck. Good luck, little hero.
All right, so we've got a lot of things happening here. We got wrecks, crashes, people in the walls. We got to go get the voice of Formula D, Jared Deanda. Jared, what the hell is going on today?
Absolute carnage. We're at the gauntlet, man. Massacres everywhere. Everybody's getting, 20-plus cars. Alex Pfeiffer's talking about it. Took out, the consistent Kiwi, Reese Millen. Now we got Hiro Samita slamming into the wall. This is ridiculous. All-out gauntlet, carnage, death everywhere.
What is it do you think is making all these guys just crash on the wall all the time?
It's in between the track having some whoops and the track going from really slick yesterday to now there's a lot of grip, so getting used to the car, getting used to the track. It's just a real inconsistent track.
So there you go. The track's been crazy. It's eating up cars left and right. It's only going to get better for us. My man Jared Deanda just breaking it down for us. Jared, we appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Surviving the gauntlet to battle another round are Kenji Yamanaka and Sam Cubinet.
We've got the rest of the round of 8, plus Big C's got something cooking over at the car show. Welcome back to Formula D. Things are getting awfully sideways here in the Windy City, and we've only got 2 more battles left in the round of 8.
We've got Drift Alliance Team Falcon member Vaughn Gittin Jr. and a bruised and borrowed S14 going up against the skills of unseated drifter Tyler McQuarrie in the Jasper Performance Supra.
Here we go. Vaughn Gittin Jr., Tyler McQuarrie, Vaughn Gittin Jr. in the borrowed S14. Falcon Tires Rockford Fosgate Drift Alliance versus Tyler McQuarrie. Good angle from Vaughn Gittin Jr. Tyler McQuarrie slipping off a little bit. Vaughn Gittin Jr. correcting, straightening out a little bit. Here we go. Tyler McQuarrie's leading with JR Gittin following. Tyler McQuarrie with a feint approach, trying to cut off JR, but JR's all over him. Look at that. JR smashing the throttle. Sucking up on his back bumper. Nice from JR. It was a fierce battle. JR gave it his all, but Tyler McQuarrie moves on to the Toyota Supra.
Gittin looked really strong in this round in his borrowed S14, but just couldn't quite hold his line when following McQuarrie. His car seemed to bog down, forcing a little understeer, handing the win over to Tyler.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That was a pretty even run, but you pulled through.
Yeah, no, I knew it was going to be close with JR. We've run before, and we've always had really good tandem battles, nice and close. I can trust him. So it was a lot of fun, but he's not in his car.
He's in a different car, but is he still driving with the same JR style?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He's just all out all the time, which is awesome. So kind of scary when he's behind you.
All right, it's time to go check in with my man Big C and find out what kind of Street Furious stuff he's digging up today.
Rossi, you said you like S2000, so I found a hot one. What's your name, man?
Ermil.
I see a lot of Mugen on your car, man.
It's actually all Mugen.
All Mugen S2000. Now the big question, race, show, go, what is it?
Used to race, now it's a daily driver and a show.
Now this is JDM. This is the 240, the Sylvia line, no. What's your name, man?
My name's Josh Holt.
What possessed you to put the car together? Are you into the drift scene?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I drift more than I can, but I'm not really good at it.
Keep watching and keep practicing. We out here to show y'all how it's done, and it looked like you've been watching. You got a little rubber on your face, man. Now, I'm really excited about this one, man. I found another hot Sylvia. What's your name, man?
Chuck Martin.
Now, did you buy this car to show this car, or did you buy this car to get sideways?
I bought this car to get sideways.
What have you done to the car to get it ready for drifting?
Swapped in a JDM motor, stiffened up the suspension a little bit, got some fuel management.
All right, so you're almost there, man. Now, tell us how much you put into the car.
Bought the car for about $3 grand, put another $7 grand into it, and you got this.
Up now in the last battle of the Hard 8 is the future Ken Gucci and the Toyo Tires Mustang, taking on Mr. 1320, Steph Papadakis, in the AEM S2000.
Here we go, Stephen Papadakis makes some noise for Stephen in the Goosh. Stephen breaking away from the Goosh. Good angle from Stephen. The Goosh, even more angle than Steph. Is he gonna catch up? Stephen mashing the throttle, correcting on that last clipping point. The This is our final four battle. See who goes into the final four. Gushi's gonna lead with Stefan Papadakis following. Good initiation from the Goosh. Good crossover. Stefan all over the Goosh. Has to correct a little bit. Stefan flicking it sideways. The Goosh doing the same. Give it up for the Goosh and Stefan. The Goosh moves on to the final four.
Wow, what a run, what a battle. Talk to me, what do we got?
Okay, what happened was Steph was actually faster. You watch that first run again, Steph was a little bit faster. He just made a little bit of a mistake. So Ken had an advantage. On the second run, Steph tried to pull the same tight, close line that Gucci is running today, and he couldn't do it. His car was just not capable of doing it. So that's why he lost his drift, and he lost a bunch of points right there.
You know, with everyone crashing into the walls, you know, like Hero,
Yeah.
has that affected your confidence in any way?
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone thinks about it and everyone goes through like pressure. I do. I go through a lot of pressure before I run every time. But it's just a matter of if you can get over it or not. And most of the time, you just got to push yourself.
Well, it's very obvious you're doing just that, so great job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Moving on to the semifinals are Tyler McQuarrie and Ken Gucci.
Around, we've got our Fearless Four coming up, the last four drifters battling it out in our semifinal round. All right, Drift Nation, we are down to the final four battles. The two winners of this will go into battle for first and second. The two losers, battle for third. Let's go to the action.
Rumbling out for our first battle in the Fearless Four is the crazy Swede Sam Cubinet in the duct tape Viper, going against Lucky Shiny Hat, Japanese national Kenji Yamanaka in the Rotara S13.
Here they come, Kenji Yamanaka, Samuel Humanet. Kenji Yamanaka with the feint approach, cutting off Sam. Kenji coming in, blocking up and posting out Sam. Sam coming to a stop, little brake check. Kenji Yamanaka crossing over, fighting off Sam. Good angle from both these guys. Samuel Humanet has the advantage just because he can really sick up on his back bumper. Here we go, Sam leading, Mopar speed. Good flick of the wrist. Kenji Yamanaka scrubbing a lot of speed. Downshifting. Samuel Humanet flicking it, crossing it over. Samuel Humanet pulls away. Samuel Humanet moves on to the final two.
Let's bring in my man Alex Pfeiffer. Alex, what happened in that run?
I agree with that. I agree with that. Both Kenji and Sam both run a really tight line. Samuel's car was a little bit more higher horsepower, so he had a little bit, like he made the line a little bit tighter. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like a little, He had a little.
So he won by a hair.
Yeah.
Sam, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You're advancing, you defeated Kenji.
Yes, I did. I never went against him before, so I didn't know what kind of style he had, but I was pushing him hard. I was following the first round, and I got really, really close and kept my momentum and my angle. And I'm stoked because I have a lot of good grip here with my Yokohamas.
All right, well, good luck.
Thank you.
The last battle in the Fearless Four is between the unseated potential of Tyler McQuarrie in the Jasper Performance Supra and the dominating force of Ken, the future Gucci, and the Toyo Tires Mustang.
On three, send it, 1, 2, 3! Here we go, Tyler McQuarrie, Ken Gucci. Tyler McQuarrie leading with the feint approach. Ken Gucci with a straight line. Ken Gucci wrapping the V8. Tyler McQuarrie trying to pull away. Good crossover from Tyler McQuarrie. Ken Gucci correcting in the center. Advantage to Ken Gucci. On three, send it. 1, 2, 3! Here we go. Ken Gucci's leading. Tyler McQuarrie following. Ken Gucci with a straight line. Tyler McQuarrie with a feint. He should have gone with a straight line, scrubbing a lot of speed. Tyler McQuarrie is going to catch up to Ken Gucci. Ken Gucci pulling away from Tyler. Ken Gucci running his game. Give it up for Ken Gucci and Tyler McQuarrie.
In the first run, Tyler follows a more traditional drifting line here, while Gucci goes straight ahead, opting for an e-brake initiation. This time it works as the judges give Ken the advantage. The same lines on the second run, but Ken's speed going in keeps him out in front, and the judges give him the win.
Your team's been working the past day on your car. How's the car running?
The car is absolutely amazing. It's really bulletproof. The tires are great. These Toyota tires last me forever, and they put out a lot of smoke. So they're doing good too. And,
so it's in perfect condition. You're ready for the finals?
Yeah, I'm ready to go in.
In the fight for third, we've got Kenji Yamanaka and Tyler McQuarrie. And coming up for the main event, battling for first are Sam Hubinette and Ken Gucci.
Stick around. When we come back, the last battles of the night will determine who's up on top of the podium. All right, right now we've got Kenji Yamanaka and Tyler McQuarrie battling out for third place. Let's go to the track.
Meeting up on the blacktop after school to fight for third are Jasper Performance Super Driver Tyler McQuarrie and Rotora's Kenji Yamanaka in the wide-body S13.
Well, here we go. Kenji Yamanaka versus Tyler McQuarrie. Kenji Yamanaka, straight line approach. Tyler with the feint, the pre-turn. Kenji Yamanaka, good angle. Tyler scrubbing a lot of speed. Kenji Yamanaka with good angle in the crossover. Tight on the clipping point. Wow. Advantage goes to Kenji Yamanaka. Here we go. Tyler McQuarrie, Kenji Yamanaka. Tyler McQuarrie leading. Again, he's going with the feint approach, which is the pre-turn. Kenji's going to try to eat him up. Kenji's trying to catch up. Tyler pulling away the big powered Supra, throwing up the smoke screen for Kenji. Can he catch up? By slight margin, Kenji Yamanaka gets third place.
The judges decided that Kenji had a stronger line through the course, and although a lot of people wanted it one more time, Kenji's on the podium for the first time in 2005.
So that puts Kenji Yamanaka on the podium in third place, but the battles are not over yet. Let's go check out the fight for first.
Rumbling out for our final battle here in Chicago is the 10-cylinder Mopar power of the crazy Swede Sam Hubinette in his camouflage Viper, going against the kid with no license, Ken the future Gucci and the Toyo Tires Mustang.
Here we go! Get on your feet, make some noise, Chicago! Here we go! Samuel Hubinette versus Ken Gucci. Flicking it sideways early as Sam. Good angle from Samuel Hubinette. Ken Gucci not far behind. Samuel pulling away with the SRT-10 Dodge Viper. Give it up for Sam and Ken. 1, 2, 3. This is it. This is the final round. Make or break. Ken Gucci flicking it sideways. Samuel Hubinette on his back bumper. Samuel Hubinette right up there. He can smell what Goosh is cooking. He's right up in his business. Samuel all over the Goosh.
There you go, Ken Gucci, Sam Hubinette battling out for first place, and the winner is, we'll find out after the break. There it is. What an unbelievable competition here in Formula Drift. Let's go down to the podium and see who's going to be on top in Chicago.
So, put on a good fight, but losing and getting second place. Team Toyo 05 Ford Mustang is Ken Gucci in second place. That makes our first place winner, Samuel Hubinette in the Mopar Street Dodge Viper. Give it up. These are your round 5 winners. Give it up, Chicago!
There you have it right there, getting up there on the podium, popping champagne. You've got your third place, Kenji Yamanaka. You've got second place, Ken Gucci. And your number 1 finisher right here in Chicago, Illinois, the 5th round of the Formula Drift Championship Series, Sam Hubinette.
Sam, you've taken it all. I mean, you dealt with a lot today. We weren't battling the elements, we were battling the minds almost.
Yeah.
You started the day wrecking your car. Did that affect you at all, or did you know you had it?
it affected me. I mean, at that moment, I didn't know if they were going to be able to fix the car, Deez Performance and Archer Racing. So they got it fixed in 20 minutes, and I was out there again, and it kind of pumped me up, actually. I got pissed that these things happen, you know, and after that, I just kept my momentum and kept my lines and stayed focused and kind of pumped me up at the same time, you know.
Yeah,
that's what I did.
I like that. When you went out there against Sam, were you having problems with the brakes?
No, actually, I misjudged his entry and then I initiated too late. So I kind of went out a little by a few feet. So that was my error. And then the second run, I don't know, he was right on my ass. So, yeah, he deserves it, you know.
What are you going to do for Irwindale?
Well, I hope I can use the same strategy as I did today. Just focus, concentrate, don't let anything get to my head. Just, you know, trust my car, have confidence, and then just hope that'll get me through.
All right, we'll see you in Irwindale.
After running the gauntlet here in Chicago, it's anybody's championship. We've got Reese Millen out in front with 404 points, and Sam Cubinet sliding into second with 393. But the kid, Ken Gushi's got them both in his sights with 376.
All right, there you have it. The 5th event in the Formula Drift Championship Series is done. You cannot ask for anything better than the event we had in Chicago right here. Maylene, tell me about it.
It was so exciting, guys. These people were slamming up against the walls, and Sam stayed focused and aggressive the whole time, and that's why he took it. And you know what? The points race is on.
Yes, it is, Big C. How was it, man? Tell me about it.
First off, thank you two for having me out here.
Our pleasure. We had a blast.
Chicago has some of the hottest cars, and they were here today. But Chicago has the greatest Formula D fans.
Yes, they do. And I'll tell you what, guys, the points race, like Maylene said, is on. We've got one more event, Irwindale. It's all going to come down to the last Formula event of the season. Do not miss it. It's going to be awesome. Stay with us. We're out. Yeah, let's go. We're in Chi-Town, baby. Let's go party. Let's go party. We're out.